Hello guys, welcome to the CEN, your collective entertainment network. This is Girls Night Gaming and Baldur's Gate. And it would not be the CEN without technical difficulties. Of course.
Always. But we are here in Faerun. We've killed the goblin camp. And Kay was here. We all killed the Druid grove, so.
Yeah.
Hey, we miss you. Brian, we miss you.
Brian sent us his regards from work.
Oh.
Good for you, buddy, I guess. He's busy making Odyssey songs, as usual. You know.
Nice. So we do have a new addition tonight. Rose, you want to explain our new wheel?
So, because Autumn and I've noticed whenever it's just Autumn and I, go on these random tangents for hours, I thought I would make a wheel of random tangents that actually relates to the game. So, all the like the pinks, the purples, and the blues, and the green kind of colors, those are for Baldur's Gate. Black colors are what we've referred to as curse things, like chat chooses our next bad decision, and stuff like that. The stuff that has consequences. And then the bronzy gold colors are things related to our Friday game of Odyssey, where questions and hot takes of questions that we're going to talk about our Odyssey game, that if they watch the stream, they will find out. If not, they will have no idea what we're saying behind their back. And we'll see what happens. Until then, I'm going to try to figure out a way how to get my controller to work, because I have a big zoomed in thing of Chrome, and we'll see what happens.
Gonna spin the wheel. Oh, it was almost, let's see, worst Act 1 area. This is because Kay isn't here, and I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's also why I kind of did it, because I thought it would be great.
Because we both played this game. But,
yeah.
Oh, that's tough, because worst to play, like, combat-wise? Like, hardest combat-wise, or just, like, most annoying RPG-wise?
I feel like it could be either. Whatever you think is worse. The
hardest... Well, because the Underdark is technically also Act 1. Act 1 is actually...
It is also Act 1.
Yeah, you've got the whole thing with... my least favorite fight is probably the one with... what's his face? That, the drow dude down in the mines who's enslaving all the gnomes. That one, because you have all the Dwagar, and if you don't play the Dwagar just right, then you're fighting so many. and almost every time I'm down there, I'm always under-leveled. And so I have to, like, do all the tasks there, and then, like, run away, and then level up, and then come back and finish it. So,
see, but I end up killing all the dwarfs every time. We end up,
we end up killing, 90%. Maybe 70% of the Dwagars. You can convince some of them to be on your side.
Oh, you can?
Yeah,
okay. John likes to murder hobo everybody, so it's really hard to roleplay, because John's answer is just violence. Which is really strange, coming from the guy that always, like, picks on us for wanting to just murder everything in his games. And whenever he's playing, it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna murder everything.
Why are you killing everything? It's like,
why are you killing all of our NPC and he murders? It's like, you know.
Yep.
Pot meat kettle, sir. I feel a little offended. But, yeah. I think it's those stupid red hats. The red caps.
Yes. Those are so...
I don't like those red caps at all.
Which ones? The ones in the swamp, or the one with the fish people down in the Underdark?
Oh, I didn't know there was some down there.
You haven't been to the fish people in the Underdark? The Kuatoas? In the Underdark?
I did it in...
Okay, we gotta do it.
Act 2, I met the Kuatoa.
Yeah, you missed the Act 1 Kuatoas.
I didn't know. I was gonna say, there's Act 1.
Yeah, there's Act 1 down in the Underdark. You can find them.
It's gonna probably be that one. Well, because the order we end up doing is we end up doing Ethel Swamp.
Yeah.
Soonish to get her unlocked, and then so we end up fighting them pretty early, and I think that sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. So in the tree with all the mud elementals, because that's also an annoying fight with the stupid mud
Yes.
elementals.
Oh my goodness.
In the
Yes, that one
tree, in the back
sucks.
of the tree, there's a note from Kaga proving that she was working with the Shadow Druids. And
Yep.
so what I'll try to
Yep.
do is I'll meet Kong and be like, yeah, I'll talk to the tieflings, and then I'll wait and I'll level up and
Hmm.
do stuff, and then I'll go get that note and bring it back, and that makes life easier in a lot of ways.
That's what we do. We end up doing that, and then we end up convincing her to switch sides, and then we kill the shadow druids, and then yeah,
That's
we do
what I
that pretty
usually
early
do.
though, because that fight's not hard when you have Gale as a abjuration as an evocationist, and you set up fireball everything
Oh yeah.
repeatedly, excluding the allies. That's what we do. I make Gale an evocationist, so I don't have to worry about fireball learning damage on allies, and it's great. I always make Gale an evocationist because I don't care about how close my allies are. I just blow everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hate the red caps. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The mud, the mud elementals aren't bad depending on how you play and when you do it.
I try to
But
sneak
when you
everybody in. I
add,
put one person in the at a time, and then I just slowly.
that's what, yeah.
Yeah.
When we John likes the mod where you add encounters, and
Hmm.
it's really hard when you add in the extra encounters because it gives you like a demon, like a named demon to fight, and she like pretty much insta kills you, and it's right after the mud methods and everything, and the elementals on this little slip, and she has a portal, and so it's like you don't even realize she's there until it's too late. You don't get time to short rest or anything. It's just right there, and it's terrible. That I mean, it's terrible. It sucked, but I don't like the red caps because you can't see them, and if you don't roll high enough on the pass perception, like
Yeah. Good.
you're screwed. You're screwed. Come on.
How can I help? With
Yeah, I guess the
pleasure.
computer setting got
Lead on.
changed on here or something, because now it's all... Oh, they updated the launcher. The launcher's different. It's weird.
Just looting everybody's camp stuff.
You're good. What sucks, I can't even, like, close his computer, restart it, because his... Oh, John, I love you so much. I swear I do. I can't even restart it, because I know he's working on Pathfinder stuff, so he's got, like, 30 tabs open. And I'm like, oh, I can't close it. I can't close it. But I was like, but I need to restart your computer. Dang it, John.
I want to believe that Kanai is really bad at math because in his tent he has one of those little Chinese like counting sliders. Like
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah.
this guy needs to have this with him on his adventure. It's like gilded. It's golden, and it's got. Everybody else has the essentials. I guess Gale has a telescope. I don't know what that thing is.
So I guess I'll
Is that a
spin the
hoop?
wheel while
Is
I'm...
Gale a hooper?
Is it a...
No,
Does he... I mean, that makes sense for, I feel like, for a
spiratory
wizard.
funnel. Is what it's called.
Ooh. What does this say? Who would get banned from a group chat first? Out of Baldur's Gate 3.
Out of Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah.
No.
Lizel or Astarion,
Yeah,
I feel
was
like.
about to say Lizel. I feel like Astarion would just give like snarky remarks. I don't think he would start anything, but I think he would finish a lot of arguments.
I think he would instigate it.
I think Lizel would be super blunt, and then Astarion would turn her blunt thing into like something way worse.
Yeah. I feel like Astarion also made the group chat, so I feel like he would instigate it on purpose just to...
I feel like Astarion would make a separate group chat with everybody except Will.
No, I feel like he'd include Gale in both just to piss him off all the time.
withers count? I feel like people wouldn't want withers to know.
I don't feel like withers would do anything bad though.
Exactly, but they wouldn't want him to know. They would.
Because I feel like he judges the most.
He would be so judgy.
Yeah, he would.
I feel like Boba would absolutely get kicked out very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would send texts that are like 10 paragraphs long.
Yeah. A double paragraph where it's one big paragraph, does a new space, and then does it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
What's one game mechanic you'd want in real life?
Having a long rest, actually. Punish me. Feeling fully rested after a long rest. That only took 8 hours. That'd be nice. Maybe a healing potion. I'm just feeling like
yeah. Like, I don't know, there's a few things. There's the practical side of me that's like, I like being able to send things to camp whenever I'm walking around carrying things. I'd like to be able to just be like, go in the grocery shop and just like, put it in the cart and send it back to the house. Yeah, send a pantry. But I also like the idea of the magic casting where it's like prestidigitation. I want to be able to snap my fingers and go, yep, done. Kitchen's clean, done.
Yeah, that'd be so nice. This would be nice, just to know what somebody's thinking on the surface level. Be like, especially at work, just like, does this person like me? I can't tell.
I think I want to speak to animals, actually. Maybe not speak to tech, let's speak to animals. I'd like to know what my fish thinks, and I'd like to...
Do you speak to plants?
Yeah. 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 Hello, cat. Hello, Fifi. Are you here to ruining my chances of getting this thing to work? Group banned Shadowheart for being racist about Gith. Is what Brian says.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna definitely have this up for Odyssey of just like random hot takes. I mean, you're just gonna randomly do the. I wish I could get John. John started ACOTAR, and so while you're spinning the wheel, and I'm trying to get, he read ACOTAR with me, listened to graphic audio, a while back, and he got through almost through a Court of Mist and Fury. He didn't get to the mating bond yet, but he got pretty. I mean, he knows. He heard me talk about it before we even had Rini. I read the whole series, and he knew. Because I talked about every book. He knows about every book because I talked about every book. And so, but I wish he finished it because the problem I have is that I'm like, hey, I want you to build a character for our Pathfinder personal game, like the guys I read in the book. And I didn't specify what guy. I meant like Zayden or like the guy from Quicksilver, and he made kind of like how Resand it was with Fair at the beginning. I'm like, okay, well, you may not, I'm like, John, you may not remember all that happened with ACOTAR, but I'm like, Reese would probably be a bad example because he was really, really her enemy at first, pretend-wise, with the whole Amarantha thing. I said, that's probably a really poor choice of example.
Sorry, I'm getting reports that our stream is really laggy. I think it's because we lost Pro.
I cannot even get into the game.
But the question was, who in Baldur's Gate 3 gives the biggest red flag energy?
Biggest red flag energy?
Yeah, I know you're gonna say Astarion. I would like to counter Will.
I was gonna say, as much as I don't like Astarion because I don't like whiny men. That's it. That's all my preference. He He's toxic, but he's upfront about being toxic, though. He has never lied about being anything more than he's not, you know? Like, he's very upfront. He's not hiding it at all. Will, however, though...
Yeah.
Oh, no, Gale. Gale's very... Yeah, no, Gale's way more toxic. Yeah, no, Gale's way more toxic. Astarion's not great, but Astarion's upfront about not being great. You know, he's very on the nose about it.
Gale would level all of us without us knowing. He's had like a literal nuclear bomb inside of him that he doesn't understand. And might go off at any time, and hasn't told any of us. Meanwhile, Astarion, it was like night 2. Astarion was like, "All right, I'm a vampire. You found me out."
Yeah, Astarion was keeping a secret, but he was bad at it. Like, he was never not upfront about the you know, like as soon as he figured it out, he's like, "Look, I'm a vampire." And it's like, okay, fine, yeah, we kind of all knew that, buddy.
He never tried to kill all of us. So.
No, he asked first. Well, he didn't the one time he tried to bite you, but he did say he was going to ask again after that, but. John, don't hate me. I have to restart your computer. It's not working.
I'm going to try working on a setting and see if that helps. Some of the...
Shut down his computer.
Yeah.
Can I restart and open all? It's gonna hit me. Oh, it's gonna be so mad.
No, I can't. Maximum frame rate.
He's gonna be so mad.
Just be that we don't have
Pro? Probably. Whenever, you know, that actually makes sense. Whenever we're doing... Oh, you know what? I bet that'd make a whole lot of sense if it's pro, because whenever I was trying to do it for Bam Tavern, I didn't have pro, and it always had to complain about frame rates. You know what? I wonder if it's a pro feature. It's like whenever you don't pay for chat for the month, and chat, like, drops, like, stops listening to what you tell it to do for your images, and it's like, is this because I didn't pay you? And it's like, no, not at all. And I'm like, that's not what I said. And it goes, oh, no, I didn't do that.
Yep.
Let's see if I can get it to work. Yeah.
We got lots of questions.
I wonder if I can leave the link up and I don't have to redo it or something, because that'd be great. If I can just leave this link.
Who would survive entirely off gas station snacks? This is for Baldur's Gate 3, for Odyssey, for
Baldur's Gate, I feel like it'd be Karlach, just for the fact of in Avernus they don't have it, and I feel like she would like them. I feel like she would like some of the snacks.
I agree.
And Odyssey, Amphia.
Yeah.
Amphia would go in for we would tell Amphia to go in and pay for gas. And yeah, Amphia and Dynamis would go in and be like, okay, Amphia, you grab the snacks. Yeah. And you guys would get distracted on the snack aisle. I'll say Eritrea's got abs. I feel like she wouldn't be into the junk food thing, you know?
You'd have like an armful of protein bars, like gas station, like 5 Hour Energies and
beef jerky. Yeah, 5 Hour Energies and beef jerky.
Yep. Yeah, poor Brontes. He would probably try like the gas station sushi or something. I feel like Brontes is vegetarian. I don't know.
And you know, I've never seen him eat anything, but I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Brian says Shadowheart is the biggest red flag, and the biggest green flag is obviously Karlach. Yeah, Shadowheart just tried to gaslight you.
Oh yeah, big time. She's literally a trained spy. But she gives more like Black Widow from Marvel vibes. Like,
yeah, at the first couple, yeah. Did
you ever get to the
gas station snacks? Me. He says me. Yeah, we figured it'd be you.
Did you ever find Shadowheart's parents in the game in Act 3?
I know about them. I know what happens. I haven't played it that far, but I know. I watched like a whole game through after I knew John was never going to do the role-playing quest in it. I watched all of it because I needed to know what happened, and I was like, we're never gonna get to the roleplay. John skips all the roleplay. John did want to do all of Act 1, and he would have done it with almost only taking two long rests, and I was like, you know what, whatever. Fine. He's like, oh, we'll just do the role-playing stuff by yourself, and it's like me with 2 kids and everything else. I'm like, yeah, there's no time. You know what, fine. And I was like, and he's like, oh, well, you can do it on Wednesdays with the girls, and then Kay blew up the set, and I'm like, no, maybe I'm not meant to. It's fine. I was gonna drop a temple on Astarion's butt anyway. You know what? It's fine. Maybe it's the god saying, "Hey, don't kill Astarion." You know, I guess not. What did Brian say? New goal: get Eritrea to eat junk food. You know.
We just powder it, put it on top of
yeah. It's like a kid with vegetables. You have to like sneak it in.
But it's the junk food on top of your vegetables.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, because like Eritrea is very health conscious, but I feel like it makes sense now. You know, seeing after meeting her father why she would be. It's like, oh, yeah, no. It's like, oh no, this is a bad. Like she likes cheese, but cheese is healthy. It's like protein and dairy and you know. But it's like some of the stuff out there. I feel like she'd be like,
whiz and
yeah, it's like, wait, that's not cheese, and you're like, yeah, sure it is. It's a portable kind.
Don't put cheese smell. Just
looks at the back and goes, that's not even made with cheese.
Look at the back.
And feels like I don't care about the back.
Great to me.
Yeah. I feel like Eritrea is very health conscious just because she hunts her own food, hunts her own food. Good berry, you know, just always.
Oh, do you get good berries? I guess that is a ranger thing.
I do. Oh yeah, I have them all the time. I've never needed them because I've never had more people in the party that don't need them. I guess good berries every day. I've never needed them because it takes an action for 1 hit point. You know, it's not like Saladon's on our Monday game where we can actually just. Man, why is it still loading? I'm still on the one screen before you click the play button, and it's still loading the bar.
I'll spin the wheel again. I have no self-control. Anyways, who would absolutely...
You're gonna go through all the questions.
I am. Who would absolutely try to flirt their way out of jail? And this is a gold question, so it's for Odyssey. But in Baldur's Gate 3, it'd absolutely be Shadowheart and Astarion.
It'd be yeah.
Yeah.
I think Astarion would do it successfully, though.
And Halsin. I think Halsin would absolutely try to flirt his way out of jail. I think he'd try.
I don't know if he'd flirt
way first. But I think he would absolutely.
I don't know if he'd flirt his way out of jail as much as they'd flirt with him, and he'd just be okay with it.
That's true.
They would hit on him, and he just wouldn't say no, you know. And he's like, okay, yeah, you know, like, hey, let's do it. And he's like, yeah, okay, cool, great. I feel like Halsin just have to exist, and you'd get out of tickets. In Odyssey, though, I don't know. It depends on who it is. I feel like it might be Eritrea. Unless it's Kyra putting him in jail. Dynamite. The problem is Ozias doesn't flirt.
That's true. Ozias would make like the justice argument. He'd be like, it's very unjust.
It's very. He's there morally arguing about why he should be in jail whenever you let him go.
Yeah.
It's not right. I didn't pay my fine, but it's free to go. No, it's not okay. You gotta lock me up, sir.
Exactly.
I feel like it'd be Eritrea. I don't know if Amphia would try to flirt as much as she would just try to get out.
Yeah, I would just feel like, just be my friend, man. Let's go drink. Let's go to the bar.
Amphia's like, hey, just want to go out and do something?
Yeah.
I'm kind of bored. Is it boring in here all the time? Man, it walks out of the cell. It's like, man.
You could be sitting here guarding me. Or we could be playing blackjack over there.
Yeah. Look, I promise I'll go back in later.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that's exactly how Eritrea got out of the first episode.
Oh, really?
Whenever it was me, Ozias, and Brontes, Brontes was the one who delivered the Versi letter to Eritrea and Ozias. It was funny because me and him were both in jail, me and Ozias, and I just walked out because the guy knew me. Because I'm a regular. And so he kind of just let me out.
20% off your sentence after 5 visits.
I had a thing for throwing halflings and gnomes because they liked it and they never admitted to liking it. So whenever we went to the gnome town, it was man, if it would have had a blast. But yeah, I didn't actually commit crimes. I just played nice with people in the jail, and they were kind of nice, I guess. Man,
One thing we need more half folk in Odyssey. I haven't seen too many halflings or gnomes. I know you punted a gnome during the first episode. That's all I can recall.
There's a whole town of them, is where they are. There's a town, and they're there. I think they're there because of me. I think it was said.
They all just congregated and left.
Because they like, did. Oh, no, try. I think that's effectively what happened, if I remember right. Well, they lied to Osiris about being punted. They lied about being punted, and so like every time we were in the gnome town, we were in the gnome town, they would just look and be like, "Oh no, it's Eritrea." And then whenever everyone else wasn't looking, John would go, "Oh well, you see behind your back them making poking jokes and making fun." I'm like, "You like they're laughing right now about begging me to throw them, and then I'd throw them like they won, and then they'd be like, "Oh no, she hurt me," and they'd look at me and go, "Ha ha ha," and it's like, really. But no one ever believed me, especially Osiris, because right after Osiris found out about a whole bunch of stuff about Eritrea that I didn't tell him, and so it was he's like, "Oh, he didn't believe me." To be fair,
Withers would try to flirt his way out of jail. Withers with Big Natural specifically. That's the only version.
Yeah, Brian says Eritrea and Dynamis aren't allowed near the gnomes because we might try to see who can throw them further without killing them. Which actually I think almost did happen, as Dynamis is like, "Wait, we can throw them?" And I'm like, "Well, no, they don't like it. That's why they don't like us." And he's like, "Well, they can't stop me." And so we had to go. That's when we went into the old woods, because it's like, you know what? They're going to start throwing gnomes. I think I had to tell them it's against the law here specifically to pick them up without permission.
At the door.
It was
Hey, you.
I'll have to have John show you the picture of the redheaded terror or whatever he called it, and it was like just a giant Eritrea over the Gnomeville, and it's like it was so bad.
Godzilla.
I was like, that's how they see me. Yeah, okay, fine. I guess if I got hunted.
Oh no.
Spin one. Let's see. Ooh, Odyssey. Which god would definitely doom scroll at 3 a.m.?
All of them, but different things.
I was gonna say all of them? Valis after her stupid husband goes to sleep. Kyra just because she's bored.
Mm-hmm.
Pythor because he's just up. Vulcan. I don't know if Vulcan would. I feel like Vulcan would be the curmudgeonly guy that's like, no, I don't want.
I could see Vulcan staying up till 3 a.m. watching those like survival videos where those dudes are out in the middle of the woods in Vietnam, like building those shelters out of mud.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The two. I know what you're talking about. John and Rini watch that every night before bed. And I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And there's a guy from Alabama too. I think he's like smart every day, and he like builds like the potato cannons and stuff. And we'll like go to like nuclear reactors and show you how they work and stuff. So yeah, I could see him just like binge watching like Everyday Astronaut, like just the randomest dude YouTube videos.
But John and Rini watch that every night before bed. They watch the two guys. Mr. Hung, Mr. Hung is one of the name of the guys. They watch it every night. They like the one where they make the paint and they paint the waterfalls and the water slides. Cool. John does watch that, so I feel like that's very accurate for Vulcan. I
feel like I would watch fail compilations, so like people like
funny like
yeah,
like, and then go to cat videos and then go back to fail compilation cat video.
Double tap.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Have you seen the I don't know if you've seen Twilight. I say that because John's never seen Twilight, but like the episode whenever like Edward's reading the mind in the barn, it's like cat, and I feel like that's Pythor random. Like you're like reading his mind. It's like cat. Just thinking about random pet cats. John's never seen Twilight. Refuses. I make jokes all the time, and he has no idea what I'm talking about. Like, same with SpongeBob. He's never seen SpongeBob. I'll make SpongeBob references and send him SpongeBob memes, and he has no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh my God. He said he secretly started watching SpongeBob so he could get some of the references. So he would start sending me random SpongeBob memes that were way out of context, like they were way off base because he never seen them. And I was like, why would you send me that? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, oh man. He goes, he had to remind me because I was at war whenever like this was like popular, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Valid. I tried to do it with
SpongeBob in the desert, and he goes,
anything
no.
that has League of Legends on it, I sent to my husband, like, isn't this funny? And he goes, no. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. Totally. It's not.
Totally not funny.
Yeah.
Totally not funny, yeah.
That's why I sent it to you.
Oh man, why this is not working? I came to a realization, I think it was yesterday, the day before, about John's books, because I'm like, oh, you don't read a whole lot of books, because he doesn't read books like I do. And then I realized, because he wants me to go through all of the Pathfinder written campaigns with him, because we have a lot of we're good at Pathfinder and we do it pretty fast. But he wants me to play the hardest adventure for Pathfinder ever played to see how we would do. And I picked a Scion, which I've never really done in Pathfinder, but I'm pretty good at spellcasters. So John was like, okay. And so I'm like, oh, I'm bored. Because I'm like, okay, well, how long can you, until you finish writing my Pathfinder stuff? Because he's got 2 Pathfinder games that he does for me. One that's, purely like book talk. And the other one's actually for him, which is just combat and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, how much time do you need to finish prepping these so we can play one of these? I need that. I have that fantasy itch that I need to play. I need to read, like, I need that itch. How long before, you can do that? And he goes, oh, a couple, it'd still be a couple days. I'm like, okay, fine. I guess I'll just go find a book to read or something. I guess he's like, or you can read the, Psionics handbook for Pathfinder. And I'm like, nah, not at all. I'm not doing that. He goes, well, I read it like 3 times. I'm like, wait. Oh no! I said you're such a nerd. And he goes, what? I said, sometimes I forget how much of a nerd you are. And he goes, why? I said, because you read basically the equivalent of the dictionary.
Yeah.
For D&D, for fun, as your downtime reading, like light reading as I'm gonna read the handbook. And I'm like, oh my! I was like, you're basically reading the nonfiction, as close to nonfiction as you can get in D&D, which is the rule books.
Yeah. Just
the rule books, not like the rights of the stories, like the Dritz Duorden story, it's the rule books. That's what you want to read, not the campaign the rule books, the rules. Stuff.
I've seen all like the fan art, and I watched who ran? I think it was Debrea that ran one with Neil Newbon and everything, and she threw Dritz in there, and I was like, he's kind of cool.
The book, I read 2 of the books, and it wasn't bad. So yeah, so I realized that John's version of books is equivalency of encyclopedias, and I was like, oh man. And he's like, what, are you gonna make fun of? I'm like, no, I'm not making fun of you. I just didn't realize like how big of a nerd you were. You want me to read an encyclopedia for fun?
Yeah.
Because he's always jokes about, oh, when I was a kid, I read encyclopedias and dictionaries. I'm like, why? Why would you? Was
it the encyclopedia? Oh, dude, I'm about to reveal how young I am. This is about to be embarrassing. Encyclopedia is the one where you would like buy the letters and you'd be like, "Hey, animal," and then it'd have like all the things. Okay. Yeah. And they would only like say like 1 letter at a time, so some people only had like just like E and F.
Yeah.
Because that's all they could afford. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know things.
I spent a lot of time in the library at school, so I never read them, but I saw them, and they took up a lot of the shelves. They were huge.
It's because I know how to run microfilm and microfiche in libraries and stuff because my family went on like for spring break one year. We decided to just do family history, so we drove all the way around the South and ended up at like all these different like libraries and archives, looking for family names, like trying to track down a family member from the 1800s. Dude, yeah, I had to like scroll through like, newspaper microfilms in a dark room. Like, catalog things, and I was like 12, so just like running around.
Oh no.
That was my whole spring break. Everybody else went to the beach. We were just in the Georgia State Archives.
Oh no.
Family name.
I rolled a random. I spun the wheel and it says defend your worst romance choice, and that's for Baldur's Gate.
Oh, for Baldur's. Okay. I was about to say something personal.
No. For Baldur's Gate.
I did try Lae'zel 1. I don't think I finished the run through though. I was playing a dude ogre and I was just like, I just want to see, because I heard a lot of dudes like justifying romancing Lae'zel. They were just like, yeah, it's like rough in the beginning, but like towards the end it gets really good. I don't think I didn't get to the end though. I think I made it through Act 1 and I was like, I'm bored, I'm gonna do something else. I've never ascended Astarion.
Really?
Yeah, really. It just weirds me out. I can't do it.
You know, the worst part is I was reading Ascended Astarion's lines. I'm like, why do I like the toxic version of Astarion better than the other? I'm like, this is so bad.
The decisions that you have to make leading up to it just gut you. It's so hard. Just like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I did Ascended Astarion. Well...
Yes.
Well, I said defend it. Okay, well, I mean, in my defense, when John and I played a game together, I am in. If you send me a new invite, I should be able to join. Whenever John and I started a solo D&D game that was based off of 2 characters that we built, not with the intention of them ever hooking up. It just happened organically in an actual session. Kind of, and we kind of tied it together, you know. Because kind of depending on the campaigns you run, they kind of run. So we ended up doing like this big story for them, and then we eventually invited Mason into it. But the guy was definitely morally great. Like before we started streaming him, he was definitely not even morally great. It was like a cute like mask he would put on. Like he was not great. He was not morally great at all. Like he was definitely toxic, and we had to change a little bit whenever we were playing, because Mason was like, why is Caliana in this like toxic relationship with this guy? And I'm like, oh, I guess it would be a little toxic. And so it was like really like, and I was like, oh, and I knew it was bad. I'm like, but they definitely had like a trauma bond thing going on. And it was, yeah. So a lot of the lines that Ascended Astarion says that I looked up are lines that John has had that character say. And so I was like, oh no. I'm like, this is so bad. And I'm like, and John's like, when I was reading some of the lines, he goes, oh, you found the Caius lines. I'm like, that's not Caius, it's Astarion. And he goes, what? And I'm like, yeah, you know, we have so I did, because I was like, you know, I have to know. And there's some parts. Brian says, I stand with John. I read all of the 3rd and 3.5 edition in the lore, including most of the third-party stuff. See?
I struggle to read my own character sheet. Not gonna lie. I'm a movie person.
I read my own character sheet. I don't know. I have to be in the mood to want to read lore. Otherwise, I feel like my brain just like goes. Phoop. Otherwise, it's just like I like lore, and I like reading lore. I'll read like the D&D wiki or Odyssey wiki, you know, and I'll just read like the lore. Like lore stuff's cool. I don't want to read a 3.5. I don't know if you've ever seen a Pathfinder or 3.5 handbook. It's not pretty. It is terrible formatting. It is really, really bad. It's like if you took one of those like PDF EPUB books, but you formatted it and exported it so bad that it had like the really bad, like it is not pretty. It's terrible. I hate looking at it. If the formatting was better, I'd be okay with it, but the formatting's terrible. Let's see.
Side hustles rewriting all the Pathfinder books to where they're legible.
If John did it, I would read it. Oh man, I hate the way 3.5 books are written. They're so bad. Where's that invite? Does it say I'm online?
What's inside?
That's the thing in college, like for biology tests and stuff. Oh, what was it? It was like Hank and John Green's study videos were super helpful because I'm horrible at getting information that I read. I just strip here. I can't. If somebody gives me verbal instructions, in one ear out the other, my brain doesn't like process it. But when I like watch a video and there are like pictures moving, I'm the worst. I feel like a toddler. I'm just like, I need pictures. And that's why it takes me forever to read like the romantasy books too, is because I'll read the sentence and be like, okay, I have to come up with a picture of the sentence so I know what's going on.
You need, there's a Facebook profile or YouTube channel that goes through for a lot of the books and like makes like AI videos of the scenes and whatnot. So you might need that. I saw one, I saw it for Quicksilver. After I read Quicksilver, I saw someone doing like chapter by chapter AI videos of the stuff, and I'm like, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, well, I'm gonna save this for later after I do it because I can't. I don't know.
Quicksilver Rose. So
did you read more of it?
No, I haven't finished, but I haven't gotten farther than we last talked. But Callie Hart did release a statement today to people who are subscribed to her newsletter that the next book is not coming until 2027.
Oh, it's supposed to be next year.
Yeah, now it's next year. She said it is going to be really, really long, and she is going to release a short story about Carrion in the meantime as an apology. I'm excited about it, but I'm mad.
It can't be worse than Patrick Rothfuss.
Who?
John can go on a tirade about. Ask if you want to distract John about any. Ask him about Patrick Rothfuss and when the new book is coming out.
Can you tell me about
ask him about Patrick Rothfuss, the new book, because he had me because one of John's favorite fantasy series. Because whenever I had him read, I'm like, hey, I want you to read ACOTAR. He's like, okay, well, read a series for me first because I read so fast. He's like, read the story for me, and I'm like, okay. So I read. It's huge. Like his best friend, like my child's godfather, actually got him a limited edition version of the book because they both love this series so much. And it's pretty good fantasy. I mean, it's pretty good. There's not like, it's not like romantasy, but it's pretty good fantasy. Like it's very D&D-esque, you know. It's great D&D stuff, and it's they wrote the book, but the book is huge. And it's supposed to be 3 books, and that's it. And he has the 2 books, but the 3rd book he's been writing for I think it's like 10 years, maybe 10. I don't want to say 10, but it's been a while, to the point of where everyone harassed him on Twitter. To the point of where I think someone found the copy of it or something, or what he was writing on, and released it. And now he's got to change it or something, or he just like didn't do it. But it's probably not happening. And then
hasn't the Game of Thrones series still not been finished either? Isn't Thrones not finished? We're like, well, now I can't finish it because I kind of ended the TV series with them. So.
Yeah. Oh god, I can't believe it ended. Oh, I love that show so much. I hate the way it ended.
A trilogy. So hopefully it won't be too long. She said the 3rd book is bigger than the 1st and the 2nd book combined. So I was like, oh my gosh. Although, okay, in the newsletter, I do need to send this to you too later, Rose, because in the newsletter where she like announced it, she also attached like a piece of like fan art of Saris that she really liked.
Oh.
And
okay.
I swear Saris's face looks just like yours. If you had black hair, the picture looks just like you. I was like, yo, Rose.
Oh. It's funny, for the Pathfinder game that John and I are doing to like run through, I made her kind of like Saris. So she accidentally became Saris. So she's a scion, and so I create magic items and armor and weapons and stuff. And so I ended up accidenting upon being like a blacksmith by trade, because I make like magic weapons and armor and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm Saris. And John's like, who? And I'm like, Autumn would get it.
Autumn does get it.
And he just said, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. He goes, oh, you're gonna send me that reel? And I'm like, no, I'm sending it to Autumn. And he goes, what? And I said, you don't even know what this. I said, you don't know what this is. It's fine. And I was like, that's Autumn. I'm gonna send that to Autumn. And he goes, oh, okay.
I'm sending this to you. Let me copy it. Yeah. So, Borislav Slavlov, who's the composer of Baldur's Gate 3 and the original Sin 2. Love him.
Okay.
I've just been sitting here chilling to his music the whole time. Like, it's just so peaceful. I listen to it at work. I'm like, car rides. It's just such nice background music.
It's funny. I'm in the looking for your invite for the game.
Oh, yes.
Since it's no longer in the lobby. And I found Tate McRae's lobby as one of the options. I don't know if it's legit, but I'm like, you know.
Tate McRae, if you're out there watching our stream right now, you're totally invited.
She's only level 6 though, so I don't know if that's accurate. But I was like, you know, I don't know who made
Tate
that.
McRae would
like
be level 6. Well, please like Fred's. Please.
Some of these people's names are very Yaga.
But in the face, that picture that I sent looks. I swear it looks just like you.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh thanks.
Yeah, it was just like it. It looks like Rose. If Rose had black hair, that would be her. It's not letting me invite anybody in. Let me see. Closed. Oh, closed default. Okay. Friends only. Let's try that. Huh? I don't know why it changed the settings on me mid-thing, but we'll try it.
Probably because my thing's being stupid.
I think the stream is so popular that we're getting hacked. I think that's what it is.
No.
Comes with fame. The fortune that we have. See, I spun the wheel again. Which companion would absolutely cheat at cards? Amphia would. But not on purpose. I think she would not understand how the game worked. And would be like, oh, I won. I'm perfect.
Peter would cheat at cards.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Peter would cheat at cards. And then I think...
I'd get yelled at by Ozias.
Yeah. I feel like Brontez would try to be like, oh, well, cheating's wrong at cards, and then like be like, hey, how much money did you win? But you won, right? Like that distraction worked, you know? I feel like that would be Brontez.
That's not the button I meant to press.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in. Nice.
We'll see.
We just gotta wait for Tate McRae to join.
We'll see if it works. We'll see.
Even my game on my computer's being a little bit laggy.
It's being weird because I can't.
Everything's falling apart now. I'm subscribed to Ultra and Ultra Plus.
Well, usually I use the controller and it works just fine, but whenever I get in the game for some reason, it doesn't work. And I don't know why it's not doing that.
Yeah, let me see.
Whenever I jump in the lobby and have it on, it's fine, but whenever I have it, I don't know why it's being weird. Gameplay, okay, I think that worked. No, it didn't. Okay, here we go. There we go. I got it. I don't know what happened. Okay. That took forever.
There was a whole patch on April 15th. So it wasn't up. It was like a whole big patch. That's why.
Okay.
Just took forever to load. But...
Yeah.
Yeah. Patch 8. No, wait. Is that 2025 or 2026? 2025. Hot number 36 was March 26th this year. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I remember hearing about patch 8 though. I feel like it was a year ago. I can't.
Which Baldur's Gate 3 character would be the worst roommate?
I'm trying to think of who would be messiest. maybe Lazel, because I feel like there'd be dead stuff hanging around everywhere. Like, because she has like the ogre's head hanging up over here, and like and then she'd be like
Yeah,
eating
but
weird
I
food.
feel like it'd be Gale. I feel like it'd be Gale.
Why Gale? I feel like his tower would be like really clean. Like there would be tons of stuff in it.
I feel like wizards are hoarders though because they like collect so much stuff, and so I feel like Lizelle at least cleans up after herself or has like a purpose because she's a warrior. So I imagine it's like military where it's like meticulous. It looks weird, but it's meticulous. But I feel like Gale just like hoards random books and random papers, and he's one of those.
I feel like if something that Gale had weirded me out, I was just like, hey, can you like put this away? He'd be like, oh yeah, sure. Or he'd like prestige it. Whereas if you ask Lazel to like, hey, can you not eat those stinky weird
like,
noodles? She'd be like, yeah. She'd be like, no. She'd be so stubborn.
Yeah, she'd be like, suck it up.
If you left one dirty dish in this thing, she'd be like, what is this?
She'd throw it at you.
Yeah.
In your sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, that's fair. Who do you think out of Odyssey would make a bad roommate?
I feel like Ampia would be messy. I feel like she would just have everything. Like she'd clean if you asked her to, but she just would forget to. Like
she just wouldn't think about it. It's not a thing.
Yeah. What do you mean, Emperor?
Yeah.
It's a perfect mess.
Yeah, it's perfectly messy in all the right ways.
I don't know why, but there's a rotten carrot in the middle of the ground here, and it's red as if you steal somebody will get mad at you. So I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna see what happens. Somebody yells at me. Yeah, nobody's yelled at me.
There's so much to talk to Shadowheart about, apparently.
Oh, did you talk to Shadowheart? Dude, I picked the carrot, waited a second, and it was like, update, Daughter of Darkness. That's what I did.
Not the carrot. Oh, no.
Not the carrot.
If he's gonna start leaving rotten carrots on the, everywhere in Odyssey now.
Poison pretender. Oh, wait, target is right. I'm just gonna leave this back here.
Oh, let's see. What else we got on this wheel?
Spin it. It makes such a satisfying sound.
Does it? I have mine down because of the Discord. It's on the Discord. I don't want to...
It has little clickies. It goes... See, which game has the best character creator? I don't play too many games.
Dragon Age. Dragon Age. Dragon Age, you can change the cheek. Oh, not the newest one that came out, the one before. You can change the cheekbones and how like the gauntness of your face. Like there's so much detailed to face customization. Before I learned to draw, we have Dragon Age. Dragon Age Inquisition, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. We would use Dragon Age Inquisition to make characters. Oh, cool. For D&D, before I could learn to draw and stuff, before chat was because you could choose so much. Race limit options are limited, but I like the customizations of the faces of more than just here's a generic face. You know, you can change the eye shape, the way the eyes are and stuff. Like it takes a while, but it was pretty cool. I like the mod. I'm sure the Dragon Age had mods. I just never got into mods then. Yeah. Dragon Age was good.
The way I was really frustrated with Divinity Original Sin 2 because the elves are so ugly. I was just like, they're supposed to be so beautiful. Elves.
Their talents are great, but they're man.
You just like
I never play an elf. John always plays the elf in Divinity, and I'm like, oh, I hate this so much.
It looks like a weird. It looks like one of those. You know that when they'll like discover like an alien baby skeleton, whatever, in like the Andes Mountains or something. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
They look so weird.
They're terrible.
Yeah. Looks like they just belong on the Discovery Channel. Like we discovered this out in a cave in the Chilean mountains. This unidentified skeleton proof that aliens exist.
Darling.
Astarion, and I got Shadowheart.
I got Gale. I'll grab Lazel too.
Let me see if he's got gear. Oh, he does not have hardly any gear equipped.
Speak.
He doesn't have a magic item equipped? Okay. Let's give you some items, dude.
It is done.
You should at least be using magic.
I will too.
Well met. That's the spirit.
Does Gale have a magic quarterstaff?
He should at least have a +1. Let me double check. It's not. Damn it, goes back. Send him.
Do you want this one?
Yeah, send it over.
I wonder if you need a spear. I have a spear if you need it.
You can use spears.
Well, I mean for you.
Let's get going.
I think I have a glaive right now. So I can use glaive, I can't use spears. There's some weird
Okay.
delegation there. Karlak, however. We still don't have Karlak. I pulled a bunch of stuff for Karlak for when we get it, but I want to wait till Ryan's here. Let's see. I have the returning pike.
Okay, that's pretty good. I get my magic items. Oh, we need to go get what's her name in the swamp so I can buy a vendor. We need a vendor to sell stuff too.
Yeah.
I've got a long
I'm
way.
carrying so much stuff.
I know. It's like 11:15 already.
I'm sure, yeah. Alright, I gotta lockpick these locks. She's got boxes just sitting here of loot that haven't been opened yet. Let's see. I should be able to get that with a 9 on the dice. I guidance to myself. Oh,
Each
yeah.
companion would get absolutely cancelled online. All of them in their own ways? Except
I
maybe
was
Will.
gonna say,
Say all
yeah.
of them, but Will.
I feel like all of them.
Yeah. Liza would be racist immediately. Honestly, Astarion would probably be
Absolutely.
racist too. He hates goblins. like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's either
Will, maybe.
it depends on what it is.
Yeah. Because he was really quick to judge Karlak.
That's true.
Just,
He would be
and he did.
gaslighting.
He has a contract with the devil, so. That'd
I
probably
feel like
get
he'd be
canceled.
gaslighting people on the internet.
Yeah. Halsin
He'd be
and
gaslighting people in his decision.
Minthara, absolutely. Have you played with
Oh
Minthara
yeah.
at all as a
No, but I've
companion?
watched the playthrough. I've watched the playthroughs with her, and I'm like,
She's the greatest. She's the
I told John, I said next time we do it, you need to get Minthara. I said because I think you would enjoy having her around with some of the lines, and he goes, yeah, that's kind of.
Mhm.
I made him every time. I made him romance Lizelle.
Yeah, you can have him romance Minthara, man. She's an option.
Yeah, we'll have to redo it because I already killed her.
I don't think you have to romance her during the. I don't think you have to kill the goblin camp to romance her, but I'm not sure. Because there is a way.
No, but we killed her. Killed her.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't know that you could keep her. I don't think you could until one of the later patches. Or at least you couldn't keep her and Halsin and like half the party.
Yeah.
Because if you bring her on early on, then like Will leaves, Karlak leaves.
Yeah, they don't like her.
Yeah, I think Gale stays, but he really dislikes you and it's hard to get him back.
Yeah, I just use that one mod to make them all like each other. Deal with it.
Love each other right now.
Love each other. Force Polly. Done. You don't get a choice. Let's see, what's another one?
What's the most toxic Baldur's Gate 3 opinion you have? Is it Ascended Astarion?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean...
You already know yours. I'm trying to think of what mine would be. I don't know.
What? I don't know what yours would be.
I don't know. trying to think. I do always leave Will at camp, and I never level him up just for the trading.
Really?
Which feels wrong. Yeah, I take him with me to whenever what face shows up, Missoura.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whenever she shows up, I'll try to have him nearby. But other than that, yeah, I rarely just because I don't really understand how to play warlocks. They kind of have spell slots, and they kind of don't. And I understand they can be like super powerful and great, but like I've just never enjoyed playing warlock. I tried.
Have to keep going.
I rolled one and it said, if our party for Odyssey had a reality TV show, what would it be called? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot that it could be called. Let's see. Okay, this is a gold card. Who would fold first in an escape room in Odyssey?
Who would fold first in an escape room?
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't seen enough of Anacles. I feel like Anacles might. Like, no, I'm above this. Get me out of here.
I'm not being stuck with Eritrea and Dynamis and
These puzzles are below me.
Yeah, just get me out.
Yeah. These riddles.
Look, I'm using the secret trap floor. I'm using the secret trap floor on the ground. I'm leaving.
Yep.
I feel like Amphia would be way too into it. Amphia and Kyra, I feel like, would be way too into it. I feel like Ozias would take it. I feel like Ozias would be too serious about it, about taking everything seriously.
Mm-hmm. He would also be making his own clues.
Yeah, Eritrea and Dynamis, every time we've done any clues or riddles, accidentally get it right every single time. Well, Eritrea will say the first thing, and it's usually the right thing.
Trying to break the things that aren't actually clues, like trying to find clues.
Most clues we have gotten right in puzzles has been because of Eritrea and Dynamis getting it right. We did the Gnomish Puzzle Vault, and Eritrea would say something, and they would argue against it for an hour in-game. And Eritrea had it right an hour ago, and I'm just sitting there, and they're like, oh, what's this? And it's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, I said that an hour ago. I literally said that an hour ago. Like, my wisdom's a 20, guys. I'm the wisest one in the port. Like, guy. And then Dynamis goes, it's this. And then, like, and it's like, right. And he just goes up to the statue and just said it. And he was like, yes, that is correct. And he goes, oh, see, like that. They're all just, like, arguing over the logistics of it. And Dynamis is like, goes up to the statue and goes, justice. And it worked. And, you know, he was, like, doing, like, the scale thing. And he, like, accidentally worked. And he goes, see, I'm smart, guys. Like Dynamis ends up accidenting upon the answer every single time. And then Eritrea says the first thing that comes into her mind. It usually ends up being right. But they argue against it the entire time. I think, like, literally Ozias argued about, like, or Ozias and Brontes argued for an hour about how my answer wasn't the right one. And it ended up being the right answer. And I'm like, you know...
Just making me think back to Telemark 2 when we had to get in through the gates and the answer was to be quiet for like 5 seconds straight or whatever.
Silence. Yeah, we were not silent. We were not silent. Yeah, no, it's yeah, John told me I had to start taking notes in Odyssey because he's like, hey, they're missing too much. They're missing too much stuff. And you gotta take notes. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, come on, I've been doing so good. He goes, I know, but you're not taking notes, and they're missing everything. And I'm like, okay, fine. He goes, you got notes, Rose. You got to take notes. They're missing the clues I'm dropping. I'm putting all this work into it, and they're missing it all. And I'm like, yeah, you said it like 6 times last episode. Oh, they missed it. And he goes, wait, you knew? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have it all in here. I'm just, Eritrea would care about that. He goes, Rose, please. Wait, you noticed? I'm like, yeah. I said you could see my facial expression whenever my camera used to be on. Like whenever Rose saw and heard the line, my face went and like I was like looking at him like, yeah, okay, like that wasn't completely a clue, and everyone just like glazed over, and I'm like, okay, cool, cool. If we're doing it, we're doing it. Fine, whatever. Yeah, I was definitely at the beginning. I'm just like, I'm just gonna let y'all y'all decide whatever you want to do. If we're gonna fight stuff, we'll fight stuff. If not, it's up to you guys. And it's like, oh, okay. Why does it randomly change my thing? Oh, it's called the spinning. You just go.
Did you ever do House of Hope?
Yes.
Did you know, what's her face? In some scenes, you can see her like in the background. She's like hiding in different cutscenes. Even in Act 1. There's one. I think it's when you're on shore with Will after the Goblin Party. Do we have the Goblin Party? I don't think we do have the Goblin Party because we killed the Goblin. We killed everybody.
I looked it up. You can't complete the game if you kill tieflings. Because there's so many camp quests that you're supposed to get here and whatnot. Like, it's hard to complete if you murder everybody in camp like that, because you can't. A lot of it will remain unfinished or hard to finish because it's because a lot of the NPCs that are supposed to be reoccurring are not now reoccurring.
We don't have Zevlor. We don't. One.
Karlach's blacksmith.
Yep.
We can't do any of the Karlach stuff because there's no blacksmith. Yeah, we can't do the tiefling party because there's no tieflings. So like a lot of the stuff just won't proc until we get to like Act 2, on the road to Act 2, because that's when it'll probably do. It's like the Will stuff won't happen.
Yeah.
Which was funny when she's like, "Oh, I think I'm going to choose Will over Astarion," and then it's like, you decided that a little too late, because now the only thing you get with Will is that dance. Is that dance stuff, and that's the only thing with Will, and it's like you cut yourself out of it. Yeah, about that. Will's only got one good thing, and it's that cute dance thing.
Good little make-out scene after he proposes to you in Act 3.
Yeah, it's like so much later though. There's nothing in Act 2. It's like Act 1, Act 3, and you're done. All of Act 2, he just disappears.
Yep.
It's like in the Vampire Diaries when Elena, just is gone for like 3 seasons. The main character's gone for 3 seasons. Comes back at the end.
So long.
I watch it all the time. I make John watch it all the time too. Whenever he's like, "I'm playing a vampire character," I'm like, "Here you go. You gotta watch it."
Dude, I've just finished watching Off Campus on Prime, which is the new hockey one that came out.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, I haven't ridden this guy since Vampire Diaries. And I was like, yeah. That's pretty much
I haven't seen it yet, but I read the books before it came out because I loved the books. Oh man, it was great.
Yeah,
I love those hockey romance books though, like on Kindle, and I was like, oh man, there's so many that I read, and I was like,
I still need to watch Heated Rivalry. It's on my list. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I didn't. Yeah, I liked Off Campus. Off Campus was good.
It was so good. It was so good. Oh man, I love that they do more book talk books. Like I know whenever it's like a Wattpad book, and I was like, I know that book. I said that was on Wattpad like 5 years ago. I said I know that, and John's like, what? And I'm like, it's on Wattpad. I said I know that was a thing. Oh, like what was that one Spanish book movie? Oh, My Fault. On Amazon, but it's like originally in Spanish, but it was a series on Wattpad, and it was so good before they changed the second one. They did all 3 now, but it was so good. And you could tell it was Wattpad because it's the stepbrother and stepsister relationship, forbidden relationships. You know it's Wattpad based on how the first one's written, because there's like fight scenes and Fight Club, and there's drag racing, and like there's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like, yeah, that was a Wattpad thing.
I don't know, whereas I think I saw somewhere one of the Dramini fan fictions is going to get a show, and I was like, yeah.
Manacled.
Yeah.
I think it's Manacled.
Oh, I hope
Manacled, yeah.
It was. They published it in a book because the copyright or whatever ran out, and so they were able to finally publish it.
They published it. Yeah, it's no longer on a. Wattpad and AO3 because it's actually a published book now, and I was like, oh, good for you. That's great. Like, that's so great. I remember back when people were like publishing it themselves to print it out and like bind it themselves because people loved it so much. Like, it was such a good book. I'm definitely Team Hermione. That was definitely great. I was also like Zutara though too.
I was also Team Zutara.
John will die on the hill that it was not. That it shouldn't have been them. And I'm like, I said, you have a wet paper bag if you think that Aang and Katara were like he goes, well, she's like, she flirted with him. I said, she wasn't flirting. She thought of him like a little brother that she had to take care of the whole time because like she had to like take care of. I said, no, it was the one dude and then it was Zuko the entire, like it was, I mean, as much as I like Zutara, that one girl was there for Zuko the entire time and went against her best friend for him. So.
Yep. Yeah. Zuko did some work. He kept the necklace when she.
Oh yeah, and then they took her to the bloodbending thing. There's so many fanfics I've read of that I'm like, you has to be.
Well, yeah, you have the fire and water, like symbolically.
It was so good. It was there. It was there. Had it been written in a for like a teenage show or something, I feel like they might have done with it. But oh man, it was so good. It
wasn't May. Who was the other one? Ty Lee. I just could see Aang and Ty Lee. I think Aang and Ty Lee would have been such a better match.
They would have better. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Katara settled for Aang.
I know, right?
I feel like she settled for Aang. I was like, oh man, like, you know, like he's like the safe choice. I feel like out of it, I feel like it didn't work out with the bad boy. You know, it's like the safe choice. Like, Aang's the one you bring home to grandma. You know, and it's like I feel like that was the big holdup is like, how are you gonna explain the fact that, you know, like the kingdom's, you know, choices, you know, were greatly affected by the fact that her mom died because of his father. Like, I feel like that's something they would not get over. Yeah. I also like how the grandmother sent her to the Northern Water Tribe, knowing that they didn't like women waterbending, just to let her teenage daughter, like the teenage granddaughter, you know, talk smack to her ex. Just to smack talk her ex. It's like, yeah. Watch this. Yeah, no, I don't feel like she was flirting with Aang at the beginning at all. And I was like looking at John as we were watching it with Rini, because Rini was watching it for the first time, so she's been going through, because she loves the idea of Katara. She loves watching it. She's really into it, watching the Avatar, you know. And so John's like, oh, you know, they're flirting. I'm like, that's not flirting. He goes, yeah, it is. I'm like, no. I said, if you think that's a woman flirting, I understand why you've been confused a few times, buddy, because that is not an invitation. That is just her being nice to the little brother.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not it at all. That's
If I was in a village with absolutely nothing to do and snow everywhere, and all of a sudden this dude comes, this little kid comes, like, check this out. I'd be like, cool, let's go penguin surfing. That sounds good.
Let's go do literally anything else. Yeah.
All she was doing was chores, man.
Chores and babysitting and doing, you know, like, I mean, she's the only waterbender in a while, and she's doing all this like housework, you know. It's like, while her bigger brother, you know, who isn't really good at weapon fighting yet, you know, was trying to, you know, it's like, I mean, she knows she carries the party, you know, and so it's like, you want me doing laundry? Like, can you make my brother do it? I'm better. Like, we both know I'm better.
Little that just went.
Yeah. I think no, it was definitely should have been Zutara, especially like when like he saved her with the mask, and he did the mask thing, and then she did the mask thing.
Yeah, and
like, the symbolism of like the mask to help people. I'm like, oh, come on. I was like, you can't not, you know, and it's like, oh, well, she sneaks off and he's already there. Wait, like, I'm like, oh, come on, that is every book talk trope I've seen. Like, you know, like, I'm like, oh, come on, like that was too good.
Is it Danny Basco? I think Danny Basco is also Zutara shipper, the guy who did the voice for Zuko.
Yes. Yeah.
When is the movie because there's a new movie coming out too. The one that got leaked.
Oh, okay.
The adult ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see when that comes out. Because that was good. I didn't watch the leak. But I saw the TikToks from the leak.
I never watch it. I always watch the TikToks.
I absolutely did watch the TikToks.
Yep.
Still mad about
Yep,
it made me
that's
more
me.
mad about Zutaro. I was just like, dang.
Yeah, you know, like it's really bad because I'm really definitely one of those people. Whenever I read a book, I'm like, I need to stick to the book. I need to stick to the book. And now it's like with Avatar, I'm like, this is the one time you could have strayed from the book and you didn't. You had all this opportunity to make this better and you choose not to.
Carrot is normal
Why?
colored now. The rotten carrot. Sorry, I get distracted. I checked the carrot again and it's
I saw you
red.
shoot with the crossbow.
Yeah, I was. Let's see. Here's the carrot. I don't know what the rotten carrot. I don't know where it came from.
There's another one over here in this box. Did you look in here?
No.
There's one. There wasn't one in there. In these
Mystery of
boxes.
the rotten carrot. It's not letting me open it. Oh,
There's one in this barrel. In that barrel, there's one in that barrel.
second rotten carrot. Never out. And put them next to each other. So that way, whenever Brian and Kay get back, I'm just gonna slowly start adding rotten carrots. In
Rotten
pile.
carrots. Okay.
Somebody notices. We'll see how long it takes them to notice. They're random rotten carrots.
So I spun the wheel and it says, what monster in Baldur's Gate 3 would be the scariest in real life?
Merkel? I don't like fighting in Baldur's Gate 3. I really wouldn't want to
Yeah.
fight. Although the little, what are the little brain things? Am I...
Intellect devours?
Yeah, intellect devours.
That's what I was thinking, is because they're like very... I was thinking that of Mind Flare just because the Mind Flare's power, like, played cleverly, it would be so hard to go to fight in real life, you know? Because we played another RPG, me and John, some of our friends in person, and it's a real-life modern RPG. It's World of Darkness, and we played Hunter, where you're hunting these, like,
Give it a shot.
mythological creatures like werewolves, vampires, whatever. You know, you're the hunter guys. You're like Xenon, you know, it's like supernatural. And he put us in this prison where we were fighting basically a no crap Mind Flare. And we're sitting here with guns and crap, and I'm just like sitting here like, how are we supposed to do this? Like, we don't no one's got fireballs 7 times. You know, we have a pistol and a prison shank. Like, what are we supposed to do against the dude that's throwing us against a wall?
Mind Flayer, I guess, is the closest thing to being like spooky, and Merkel is maybe
Yeah.
spooky, or Avatar
Yeah.
of Merkel.
Yeah.
Maybe the Sharon ghost things that are downstairs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are pretty.
The spider would suck. The
Yeah.
giant spider, that would really suck.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'm trying to think of anything in Act 2, really. That big guy from the bar, the satyr with
Yeah.
the beer belly, that would be gross. I would not do that.
There's a lot in Act 2. I feel like that would suck. There's a lot in Act 2. I feel like it would suck.
Red caps would be scary. Especially if they're nipples.
Red cap.
In person.
Yeah.
I feel like, aw. We had to fight those
Oh,
in
honest question.
Avernus at one point in a D&D campaign. And as soon as, because I had played Baldur's Gate 3, so as soon as I saw
Oh,
red
no.
caps, I was just like, no. Immediately, just like, ah. Snatching them.
Which the 5 gods would have the most toxic Twitch chat?
Hi, Thor.
Yeah. Yeah, all the frat dudes.
Yeah,
All the frat dudes.
for sure. I feel like
Yeah.
Dallas would have one of
I-
those though, like the girls who do like the makeup videos or whatever, or just like the just straight influencer chicks, and then that would also be a toxic chat too. I feel like,
Yeah.
like I could
okay.
see Dallas doing like a "Get ready with me" tutorial.
Get
or
ready to
something.
use the Queen of Mitros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Get ready with me to deal with my stupid husband, you know, and like, yeah.
Yep.
Here's my face and makeup, you know, that I wear whenever my husband has, you know, like, yeah, I think it would be. Oh, kid.
Checking a
Oh,
raised
man.
traveler's chest for Rocky.
Carrots?
Yeah. Can only open mine. It's sad.
Yep.
Ooh, but I can open mine, but look into other people's from mine? That's weird.
That is weird.
No one carrots, but here are all the barrels that I was looking for. Brian.
He does pick up, yeah. I know his inventory. You're looking for barrels. I'm like, oh yeah, Brian.
That's the first thing we gotta do in Act 2 is get Halsin. Oh man. That's usually what I do. So I fill that whole valley with barrels and just everything of alcohol that I have. I coat the ground with it. And then we just all stand on the little island with the portal. And then as soon as I think the second round takes off, the first round I let it go. And the second round I just whoop.
Oh, jeez.
And it takes out a good chunk of the enemies.
We did it, and we had the 3 times the enemy mod.
Oh.
And we did the mod with the where you can open a portal. A portal's open whenever you fight something, and it just keeps going. And we did it, and John and I and Honest were a little sad, and we're like, oh, that's it? It's over? Oh, I still have spell slots. And John and I were like, that's when John and I were both like, maybe we do have a problem. Maybe we were supposed to use resources. And John's like, I feel like we should have rested. I'm like, yeah, I feel like we should rest after this. And he goes, but I have all my resources. I said, yeah, I'm not even missing 3 hit points. I'm like, oh no. We are really good at it. We're accidentally really good. Like when we played Diablo season mode a whole lot, we'd end up being really good by accident too a whole other time. It's John and I together, just for some reason, we just mesh so well in video games. He gets so mad at me whenever I try to write, when he try to help me with the character, and I'm trying to do it a certain way. He just gets so mad whenever I'm writing it down a certain way. I'm like, no, I got to write it down like this, and he goes, well, I didn't write it down like this. I'm like, yeah, nope, you're gonna have to adjust. I'm not adjusting. You need to adjust, dude. I'm not doing it. Wait, why are you flipping through 6 pages? I said, no, that's not where I put it there. He goes, he goes, why put my stuff there? I said, that's great. And I flipped 6 pages later, and I'm like, no, it goes here. And he'll start writing something on my iPad in his handwriting, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I can't even read what you wrote. I don't know what that says.
You ready? I'm playing.
What is that? I see.
Yeah. Look at its fetch. This is the best mechanic of a game ever. Which definitely dooms. Oh wait, we had this one. I had choice.
I tried to hide the one that we could do.
Let's see. Oh, I had that one too.
Everyone's not on here, but what is one NPC that you would romance from Odyssey? That isn't one you would typically like a hear me out type one.
Ooh. I think. What was the centaur's name? That we had. The one that was
Folon?
Yeah, Folon.
He's still with us.
Is he? I thought he left after Guile left because I thought he was chilling with Guile.
No, he has to find another mate, otherwise he dies though.
Oh.
He needs someone to bond to him.
Anthea will volunteer.
Mine's Commander Gaius. Mine's Commander Gaius. Not.
Oh. Yeah. He looks like Captain America.
Not even. There's another one that I can't say because it's spoilers, but I have another hear me out. Well, it's just us, and John's not gonna know. It's Astor. Astor is a jerk. Astor is such a jerk, and I'm like, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, I feel like Eritrea would relate to to him a little bit. As I was thinking about his decision making, and I'm like, he might have been a terrible guy, but he was the only one that I feel like had the balls enough to make bad choices to save people, to take the blame for. You know, like the fine. You want me to be the bad guy? Fine.
Yeah.
Party is the only one that actually understands that. Of okay, well, one of us is going to have to make a hard choice that we can't. You know, the other people can't live with because we still have to save people. And I feel like she would. I feel like Estor would be that toxic, you know, because he's not a nice guy because he's obviously, you know. I feel like Eritrea would be in a toxic. I have the hard problem, you know, of morally gray. and I brought it up to John. I'm like, John, I said, I have to be like, I said, we have to time Estor the right way. Otherwise, Rose is going to try to romance, you know, like all of this stuff. And John's like, please don't. I said, John. And so I started singing the Cersei song. And John's like, Rose, I can't rewrite. I said, John. I said, you're making it. He started trying to convince me out of it. I'm like, you're not making it any better. And so I started talking about Kingfisher and like Reese and everyone. I said, you're only making it more convinced that he's Kingfisher, you know, like, and that was like, so he was like logic, and he's like, I don't know what that is. I said, oh, just wait. I said, if I don't, Autumn will, and it's okay. It's great. It's great. I said, what if I said, I said, I don't. He goes, what about Tanais? I said, Tanais is too good. I said, look, Estor was one of these terrible things for his homie.
Tanais is gonna let me die just to prove me wrong. Don't tell him that Tanais is too good, because then I'm gonna die. Tanais doesn't keep me alive right now.
You want trauma? Here's some trauma. Yeah. No, but I just feel like, you know, like I like me as Rose likes the villain that's like, I'll burn the world for you, and the villains, and then the hero's like, oh, you know, I'd rather I'd sacrifice you. Yeah. I'd save the world. And I'm like, I don't want that. That's never been me. That's never been me. And I feel like Eritrea's like, what? No, come on, what? That's you can't steal my job. You get to have a different job. That's my job. You can't do that. You can't have my job. I feel like, you know, like Tanais would totally like let her die to save the entire world, versus I feel like someone like Estor, who literally went nuts because his brother was murdered and then his best friend Xander was murdered. I feel like, you know, that's the kind of guy that's like, I slaughtered all the Gigans because they slaughtered my best friend. Or my brother went missing, you know, and I was like, you know, as much as I don't like what he did, I feel like he might have been a little justified of like, okay, well...
He's gonna be so mad.
He's gonna be so mad, especially like with how it started out. If he like looked up to Estor, because Estor saved him.
That's true. Yeah.
From a Gigan, and it's like, oh, you know.
How did John not write this guy as a love interest? I don't understand.
I was like, yeah, I just said, John, it's the Act 2 love interest. I said basically, you know, like you have Tamlin, and then you have my, you know, the secret love interest. So that's how did. I was like, how can you not know that? And he's like looking at me like, you can't do it. And I'm like, well, is he hot? And he goes, well, I mean, all the Dragon Lords are kind of hot. I said, what do you? He goes, well, he was mean to his dragon. And I'm like, okay, well,
was his dragon?
You know, in Eritrea's, well, I'm like, in Eritrea's defense, Eritrea hates dragons because if you don't. I said, in every other campaign book that's not, you know, Odyssey, all the dragons are tyrannical jerks that like to murder humans and kill people. I said, you know, he got a point. I hate a dragon because the dragon tried to kill my mother and my sister's mother. In his defense, he might have been right. Maybe we should have been jerks to the dragons, not let them go power hungry, you know? I'm just saying. Had someone put a leash on that dragon, Brontes, your dragon wouldn't have killed my mom. You know, I'm like, you know, and John's looking at me like, oh no, and I'm like, you're gonna have to like let me skip. You're gonna have to make me skip a session or something if you don't want this. He goes, you can't, and I'm like, you're gonna have to make me skip a session because I don't see how you can throw out these logical answers out there and me or Eritrea both going like, well, that makes sense to me. Yeah, no, that made perfect sense. That's what I would do. Wait, what? Yeah, no, I agree with this guy. Wait, you're saying the reason why my city's safe is because he's labeled as because he did some terrible choices to people that tried to kill the women and children in town? You know, when you put it that way, why do we not like this guy? He killed the Gigans. You mean the ones that were pillaging and raping women and children and men of our people? You know, when you put it that way,
He's even better
this
now.
sounds like I was like, this sounds like propaganda that the other side put out to try to make me not like this guy. Yeah. I said, John, you're kind of screwed. I said, how hard would it be to rewrite Odyssey? Because I'm not rewriting Odyssey for this. I said, that might be my line in the sand. I said, that might be my line in the sand. I almost quit Odyssey a few times just because I was kind of bored with it. I was done with the decision making of everyone else, and I was like, I said, if Autumn stops playing Odyssey, I'm not playing Odyssey, John. He goes, really? I said, yeah. I said, I'm in it for Brian. I'm in it for Autumn. I said, other than that, I'm not. I said, I like Autumn and I like Brian. I said, because Brian and I talk outside the game about songs and stuff, and like he gets it. I'm just like, Yeah, like Brian gets Eritrea. I feel like in my goal of Eritrea, because when he makes like an Eritrea song, it's like he gets it. He sees what no one else has picked up. Because like the Anacles line, where Anacles is like, oh well, you're just like to hit things, and I'm like, I don't even throw a punch. I'm like, what do you? I don't even punch people. Like if you think I'm only good at punching people, you're like, I don't even throw punches, guy. Like I don't have unarmed strength on my character.
Take you down without punches. Watch this.
Yeah, I was like, like in Osiris is like, oh, well, you just do this, and I'm like, if you guys only think that Eritrea is like that, I'm like, you guys really aren't paying attention at all. Because I'm like,
good. Like she's just good at everything. She's that guy the girl that's good at everything. Athletic.
She's supposed to be though. That's what I tried to be though, is because she's a demigod. Demigod of the god of war kind of made her good at everything because she's half god. I feel like she would be. She's fast like Kyra. She's wise like Valis. She. I feel like she would be kind of good at everything. But I was just like, man, after some of the decisions of the party members and like having to argue the right choice, man, we've made so many bad choices. The party's made so many bad choices, and honestly, that like have ended so badly. And I'm like, ugh.
And let's face it, sorry, he's just like, yeah, this is the just thing to do. This is the right decision. And I'm just like, is it?
Is it? Are we?
Question.
I'm new here, but
Hi.
I was born yesterday, but I have questions.
Yeah. He's like, I love how you roleplay being born yesterday. And I was like, I think Autumn was born yesterday too, because Autumn doesn't know what's going on. Autumn needs clarification.
Autumn's like, this is easy. I was born yesterday too.
Yeah. I can roleplay that.
Yeah. No.
If we were companions, what would our approval triggers be?
Ooh.
Bringing me food.
Yeah. So food.
So easy.
I love food. I live off of food. My 4-year-old knows that food is my love language. So anytime she gets food, she goes, "Here, mommy, because I love you," and she'll give me like chicken, like just random food pieces,
random
like
chicken nugget.
It was like a little piece of like a potato chip earlier, and she goes, "Here, mommy, because I know you love." And I'm like, and I'm looking at John. I'm like, "Please stop giving me food that's been in your mouth." He goes, "No, it's your love language." So she's giving you food, and I'm like, "Oh no, it really is only food, isn't it?" He's because I'm breastfeeding now, so I'm always hungry, and I was pregnant, so I was always hungry. So for like the last 2 years, it's been, "Here, mom, here's all this food you like." And I'm like, okay. "Mom, are you hungry?" "Mom, are you hungry? Do you need pears?" And I'm like, what? I haven't had pears in like 2-3 I know you like pears, Mom. You had 2 bags of pears the other day. It's like, okay, Rini. She goes, "You really like those." I was asking her what to do for my nails next, and she goes, "You should do pears. You like pears." And I'm like, "I haven't had pears in a while." She goes, "Yeah, but you like them. You ate all of the pears." And I was like, okay, yeah, it's food. Food, coffee. Coffee, I think, before food. Coffee. I have a shirt that says "Don't talk to me before coffee," and it was really, I was up at like 4 in the morning with the baby, and so I was sitting there, and John gets up at like 8:30 because the dog woke him up in the bedroom. So he gets up and he like looks at me, and I didn't say anything. I didn't say something nice to him, apparently. I don't even remember what I said. And he just walked outside, came back with the dog, handed me a cup of coffee, and just sat there quietly and waited for me to drink my cup of coffee. He goes, "Are you pleasant now?" And I'm like, "What? I'm fine." He goes, "Oh my god." It's like he's like, "You're like an addict." Yep. I think I switched his cup. We got 2 of the same coffee cup, and he had coffee he made for him Monday night, and I switched his coffee cup on him.
Skeleton one that's like a gallon.
I switched his coffee cup, and I put chocolate milk in his, and I gave myself the coffee. And I switched it. He wouldn't drink it.
Obsessed with chocolate milk. Like, he's such a connoisseur about it.
Really?
Yes, he's on like a mission to find the best chocolate milk. Right now, it's like the Walmart brand, like the Great Value chocolate milk that comes
Really?
clear. Yeah, that's his favorite right now because it's
Okay.
refreshing. So, milk and chocolate milk are the most refreshing thing to him. And I was like, oh, what? And he's like, yeah, after
Does
a
he like
workout, the best
Yoo-hoos?
thing. I know. No, it's like, he hates Yoo-hoos. I love Yoo-hoos. Yeah, it's like I was just like, how is milk refreshing? I feel like it gets hooked up in my thought, especially after exercising. He's like, yeah, there's nothing better after exercising than like a cold.
That's what John says about milk too. He's like, milk's the great. I'm like looking at him, I'm like, oh my, like him. He will drink milk at every meal. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, okay, it's great. When I was pregnant, I was like, okay, I crave milk, but I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll just take my calcium supplement. I won't. It's like, oh, you get to drink milk after your workout. I just started working out, and he goes, you get to drink milk after your workout because you need like a. He gave me some factual thing. I'm like, I'm just gonna drink a protein shake, I guess. And he goes, oh, just drink milk. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, you can eat
don't want-
ice cream after working out. Like you can eat like a little American Blizzard or something, and it's actually better for you after working out than eating like white rice and chicken.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm down for that.
I'm gonna have a blizzard.
I know, I'm gonna go get some ice
Post
cream.
workout blizzard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's
Better
that's more
for
my
building
speed.
muscle. Apparently,
That's more my speed. Okay, that's more my speed. Yeah, because I love food. I love food and ice cream. I can eat a tub of ice cream in one sitting. It's crazy. Oh
Ice cream
man.
sandwiches. I grew up in the same town that Mayfield's ice cream was founded in.
Oh
They still make
really?
the Mayfield's factory. Oh yeah, dude. They would-
Oh no.
every parade, every town event, we'd have the giant Mayfield's Jersey cow.
Whoa,
We had
no.
Moo Fest.
Moo Fest?
Yeah, Moo Fest.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
in the town over, they would have the cow pea festival, which is different. It has nothing to do with cows. It's a type of pea, like, and so it's the cow pea
Okay.
festival, and it was sponsored by Bush's Beans. So they would bring out the Bush Beans,
Okay.
like the red, like the Irish setter dog from all the Bush
Yeah.
Beans commercials. They would bring that, and it would be there, and everybody would be like, "Oh my gosh, it's the Bush Beans dog!" I love local
That's
town events.
crazy.
They're so rare.
We have goat festival here.
Goat festival, I love it.
I don't know why, but we talked about, John and I had this conversation one day about what's going to happen like 500 years or whatever whenever people archaeologically dig up Perryville, Arkansas.
They worship
And they
the cow
see
pea here.
goat, and they worship like goats, and it's like they're gonna think we're like Satanists or because we have like goat heads everywhere, you know, like all of our memorabilia, you know, and it's like, you know, and it's the goat festival. Here's the thing: people have a goat dress up contest. Whatever goat is dressed up the best. There's a goat park here that is made specifically for goats, and it is a goat. They don't have a dog park here. They don't.
It's just where you bring your goat and let him run around.
It's a goat. It's a goat park.
I love it. Dude, when I was
don't know.
little, I made like a whole PowerPoint for my parents on why we should get pygmy goats.
They're so cute.
They're
Though.
so cute. They're the cutest. I did that, and then I did a camel because I saw a baby camel once, and I was like, these things are absolutely adorable.
I want to get a goat for inside the house whenever we get a house, and John said yes, but I know I have to clean up the poop,
Yeah.
and that's
Dude,
the
they
only
poop
thing. It's like, you know, I don't want to
everywhere.
clean up the
And
poop.
constantly.
Like, yeah, I was like, I don't want that. As much as I want the goat, I don't want to clean up the poop. Same with ducks. You can get call ducks inside as a pet, and I was like, I don't want to clean that up.
Dude, have you seen the little walking ducks that like stand up and just go like they just walk upright all the time? They're so tall and
Runner
weird
ducks?
looking.
I think they're called runner ducks. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
that's what they're called. I want to get some of those. Anyway, it's
Leave
like
my
way
house.
past time. I just
It is way past your
I
bedtime.
need to go to bed.
We have this problem every time we get on here. We'll like do something random. Like the other night after we were just sitting here talking, you're like, I need to go to bed. And then you brought up something. We just started going off another tangent. It's like, you know what?
Ooh, piece of candy, squirrel.
You piece of cake, squirrel. Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh man.
It's gonna be really funny in Odyssey if we do that with our characters in character. It's like, oh, let's go do here. It's like, wait, we're doing the mission. It's like, nah, we're going to this thing.
Yeah.
But there's a bookstore. There's no one here right now. We're gonna go do this thing right here. There's a store,
Oh,
but it's
1 minute.
open. Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh.
Alright. I guess we should do the sign off. Thank you for sitting and listening to us talk because we did not play Baldur's Gate. We collected carrots.
Action-packed episode.
Action-packed episode of us just talking about random stuff and spinning a wheel because apparently that was more fun for us than trying to get Baldur's Gate.
That's right.
Join us next time. Hopefully more people will be here to control our random behavior. If not, we'll probably have the spinning wheel again. Maybe technology will work a little bit better. We'll be on Twitch as well as we will be actually playing. Hopefully. If not, we'll be here Friday. I'm so bad with time zones. I don't even remember what time we start on Friday. I always ask John like what time we start on Friday because it's this time, and I'm like, yeah, it's whenever you tell me to.
9-ish Eastern, I think, and 8-ish.
I just get on my computer at 8 o'clock because I don't even know what time. I just get on and I wait for John to text me to go in the other room. I don't even pay attention.
9:30ish Eastern, 8:30ish Central. Is
as DM John would say, the same CEN time at the same CEN place.
Ish.
Ish. Oh man, we'll see you next week, guys.